What's up guys? Today I thought I'd try something a bit different for this video. I wanted to do a brief review for weapons, because I know I don't upload as much as I'd like, because most of my videos take a long time to make, so I thought I'd try making brief reviews for new horror releases. And I want to do this sort of thing with more movies, and I could do this for some movies that came out earlier this year, but for right now I'm doing weapons, because it's fresh in my mind at the moment, so let's not waste any time and get right into it. And don't worry, this will be a spoiler-free review. So Weapons is directed by Zach Cregger, who's also the guy that directed Barbarian, which happens to be one of my absolute favorite horror movies. So you can probably guess that I was super excited to see his next film, and I needed to see it opening day. Cause Zach is one of those few directors for me that is just so good that I have to see all his movies, no matter what. The same used to go for Ari Aster and Lee Whannell, but then they had to go and make Beau is Afraid and Wolfman, and now I refuse to see Edgington in theaters. However, I'm happy to report that Zach Cregger is currently 2 for 2, because Weapons is a banger. Solid 80% on the moist meter, and definitely on my top 5 of the year so far. And although I still prefer Barbarian, that really doesn't say anything about the quality of Weapons, because Barbarian is literally my 5th favorite horror film ever. And I've also noticed that these movies have a few similarities. Like they both have a mystery to them, and they both jump around from character to character throughout the film, although Weapons does it a lot more often. Like whenever something crazy is going down, it'll abruptly switch to the perspective of another character. Like it got to the point where my audience was just like, bruh, after like the 5th time it happened. But I'm not saying this ruined the movie or anything. It's kind of like a Tarantino movie, and how a lot of his movies jump around in time, but they still come together in the end. But unfortunately, there's no feet shots to be found. And another similarity I noticed between Weapons and Barbarian was the tone, because Zach Cregger is no stranger to comedy, and both these movies have a lot of humor in them. Like there's this one character specifically that had the whole theater cracking up a few times. And the humor in the film doesn't conflict with the more dark elements either. I mean, for the most part. Because one of my small problems with the film is that the ending gets a little too comedic. Like the ending is still great, and I wish I could talk about it in detail, but I do think the humor in the finale undermines it a little. Also, another little problem I had with the ending is I wanted an epilogue or something, like a small time jump. You know, just a little more of a resolution. But something I really appreciate about this movie is that it actually tries to scare the audience, because I feel like so many horror movies nowadays kind of forget the horror part. Like, they'll throw in a few jump scares and just call it a day. Now, I mean, all the scary scenes in this movie do still end with a jump scare, but the build up to them is still good. So I'm glad this movie actually makes an attempt to scare the viewer. Both this film and Together both made a good attempt, so hopefully more horror movies in the future will continue to do that. So yeah, that's really all I have to say without getting into spoilers, and I'm sorry about how short this video is, and how it was mostly just the trailer on loop, but the movie just came out, therefore I can't exactly get footage this early. And while I end this video, please enjoy my best impression of the Weapons run. So, in conclusion, this movie is a banger, and go watch Barbarian. Also Weapons if you have the time. Hey guys, if you made it this far into the video, let me know if you want to see more videos like this, or just stick to my usual stuff. Also, let me know in the comments, did you enjoy Weapons or Barbarian more? And what's your favorite horror movie of 2025 so far?